If you've never considered how far into the community a vacation Bible school program will reach, I want you to consider my story. See, I was what you call a drug baby. For the first 15 years of my life, my mom drugged me to church every single Sunday, whether I wanted to go or not. And yes, I went to VBS as a kid. I went to all the VBSs in the community. All the other neighborhood kids went to our VBS. The moms would carpool. I went to the Methodist Church VBS. I went to the Church of Christ VBS. They came to ours. But if I'm being honest, I did not give up my summer vacation to get Jesus. I went to VBS for the Kool-Aid and the Oreos and the epic marathon matches of Red Rover, not really getting the message. And then one day, as a 10-year-old boy, I remember at a sermon in church, the message was coming from a pulpit-pounding, white-knuckle preacher about heaven and hell. And he looked almost directly at me and said, "Do you want to go to hell?" And of course, I did not want to go to hell, so I rushed down the aisle for that invitation that day and just cried out for some fire insurance. Jesus, save me. Jesus, save me. I don't want to go to hell. My idea of God that day was this old grandfatherly type with a long white beard and me standing on a trap door and one false move and God pulling the lever, bye, and me going to hell. I didn't want that. I wanted the fire insurance. That was me coming to Jesus as a 10-year-old boy. Well, fast forward to 15 years old. My mom finally came to me one day and said, "Son, if you don't want to go to church with me today, the choice is yours. You can stay home." I looked at Mom and said, "Mom, are you kidding me? The Cowboys are playing the Redskins. I'm staying home. I'm watching the game." That was it. That was the beginning of 25 years of running from God. Running from God. I had my ticket to Tarsus. I was running from God at every step of the way, all the while becoming involved in addictions to drugs, alcohol, ruining relationships, losing jobs, hearing the voice of God saying, "Son, you're mine, come home." But all the while just running as far as I could. I was an enemy of God for 25 years. And then my brother had invited me to the last day of VBS at his church. It was the family program. They were sending the children back into the community. And I had no dog in the hunt. I had no children there. I was only there to visit with my brother. And these children reached me with Jesus. I could hear the songs. I could see the skits. And then all I could hear was Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That was all I could concentrate on while I was trying to watch this program. Jesus had finally reached me through these children. And now this is what God is calling me to give back to the children. He's calling me to be a missionary and love on children with the gospel. The same way that they fed it to me, I can feed it to them. Children can be reached with the gospel. Children can be reached through VBS. VBS reaches into the community. It reached and grabbed me, a 40-year-old man. I know that it can reach other people just like that. My name is Scott, and just like God used those children to reach me at a VBS program, He's using me to reach children by way of VBS, to share the love with children that they shared with me that day on Father's Day 2000.